voiceover. It's the Harley and Josh Show.
Yes, it is.
Harley!
How are you doing, sir?
I'm good now. We've got the rush out of the way, and we're actually 5 minutes late, aren't we, Harley?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I was here right on time. What are you on about?
Right on time. Well, shall we get on with some talking about things?
Well,
That's specific.
yeah. Should we start with what did Harley did?
What did Harley do?
I still need to make some jingles out of
Yeah,
these.
yeah. I mean, I just do it off the top of my head every time, and I nail it. Nail it.
Cool. You do realise that eventually, I say by next week, but it's going to be about 6 months down the line. We're going to have some awesome jingles that are made out of your random rambling.
As many of your awesome jingles as I can have, I'll be happy.
I'll just play them all at once.
All at
just
once.
All of you singing.
Just
at
jingle
once.
all the way.
Just jingles all the way.
There we go.
I know what I started my weekend with this weekend, which was the epically wonderful Meg Burrows album launch party.
That was just like a complete, just out of the park home run, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was talking to her this morning. She said she was expecting roughly 40 people, and
She like tripled it. It was about 160.
which it's actually quadruple.
Quadruple. There we go.
Maths. So that was quite a thing, and it was great atmosphere the whole night, and there was some wonderfully good music as well.
Yeah, there really was.
I'm not gonna talk about you playing wonderfully too much to your face, because
To my face, anyway.
it'd be a little bit awkward.
Yeah, man. It was just a really huge event because there was so many lovely people there that were just a big combination of Meg's friends, and she's got a lot of friends. But, you know, a lot of them very musical, so there was just lots of people meeting up and just talking about things, which is exactly what a gig should be about, I think.
That's it. I do find it's hard to sort of have a day off when you're going to see a band, because you're still sort of meeting other musicians and networking and stuff, and that's, for me, that's part of the joy of it as well.
I think that's the thing with music a lot of the time, is that when you are gigging, you're at work. When you're at a gig or involved in anything to do with music other than being at a gig, being your gig, then it's just pleasure, and it's got to be looked at like that, because otherwise you just end up feeling like you're constantly at work.
Yeah.
Because then it sucks the joy out of it. It really does, doesn't it?
Can do.
Does anybody else feel like that? If you're listening in, let us know if you have problems switching off from the job if you're a musician. Because it can make us all succumb to that a little bit, I think.
Oh, certainly. Like, it's hard. When I've sort of spoken to sort of students about being a musician for a job, I try and push the fact that for some people, music just wants to be a hobby, and that's fine. But for for those,
you've got to switch it off sometimes. You've got to switch modes, and that's the real thing. Different type of modes if you're also a musician. Wait. So there was one act. I mean, we had Keith Sadler on St. Peter's, and he was great. That's the first time I'd seen him sing, actually, unfortunately, because he was really lovely songs. Did a great NoFX cover at the end, which was aimed at Donald Trump, which I thought was a great.
I've been wanting to cover that at an open mic night for ages.
What was it called?
The Idiots Are Taking Over.
The Idiots Are Taking Over. Classic. That is Donald Trump all over. Anyway, don't want to talk about him. And then who blew my mind was Polly Haynes.
Yes.
She was fantastic.
So good.
I said this to Rich. Like, I find that a lot of singer-songwriters, solo musicians will often use a guitar as a functional thing, as just a sort of something, just a means to an end, just to play chords while they sing, and the singing or the lyrics are their main focal point. Whereas just Polly had it all. She had great lyrics, she had a great singing voice that was kind of Catatonia-esque, kind of real, kind of this nice wily squeak about it, but I loved it. And but her guitar playing was fantastic. Really, in its own right, if you just listened to just the guitar, it would have been a fantastic song.
You could have easily thought that was a guitar playing separately to a vocal, because there was so much
layering going on.
And she didn't ever seem like she was struggling.
No,
like she knew what she was playing. She knew what she was singing, and was able to feel it, and some of the stuff was really technical and quite difficult to play.
Nice tunings as well. That I noticed, especially there was a really great sound by synergy with John and Joe.
Yes,
John Hart and Joe Bailey doing the sound. And so when she would be going down to those sort of low C notes that she'd be having in her tunings, it really did come through the sub, and it really gave some great depth to just a single performer.
And a room like that can be quite a challenge to sound in.
Yeah, St. Peter's by the Waterfront is an excommunicated. Well, it's a church.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's decommissioned. I don't quite know what the word is.
Yeah.
It has been sent to hell. It is a hell church now, and that's why us musicians do not burn in contact with the church. We walk in and just go. Quite similar, like a bat with something forced up it.
That is a record sound.
Yes, that is.
There.
That's fantastic. Yes, and so when you've got a lovely sort of solo performance going on in a big hall with great PA, it just works really well, doesn't it?
It's the Harley and Josh show. Yeah.
Well, okay, so when we talk about what did Harley did, right? We'll come back to that. We'll come back to Meg Burrows, or Polly Haynes. What else did you do last weekend?
So I Saturday night I stood in with the band Remedy.
Sweet. Yeah.
At Dexter's, where you had played not too long ago either.
No. Joe Kirsty.
Yeah, and it was a really quite good gig. We weren't expecting a great turnout because there was so much going on over the weekend with Felixstowe Carnival, and there was Fake Festival in Ipswich, as well as there was a leaving do for a local landlady in my local at the Falcon. Mm-hmm. So there was a lot of stuff going on, but we managed to pull in a few people, and I know it's not a massive venue.
Yeah, it's quite nice to fill out that place. It's quite easy, isn't it?
It was good atmosphere and a really good gig. They Remedy play quite a...
Who was with you on stage then?
So it was me, Steve Mortimer on guitar.
Cool, yeah, nice guy.
And Greg Titheridge on drums.
Hey, crikey.
Which we haven't played together for a while, but we jammed at
the Blues Jam.
At the Blues Jam last week.
Last Thursday, yeah.
And that was an incredible night. That was
a really
awesome.
Good night.
That was I sort of swung by sort of last minute and just was like, oh wow, this is a good night. There was so many good musicians there.
Yeah, fantastic.
So, but me and Greg jammed on Thursday, and straight afterwards he said, "Oh, I'm really looking forward to Saturday." And I was like, "Yeah, like we really sort of clicked Thursday night."
Yeah.
So when we sort of started playing Saturday, it was really sort of comfortable and natural.
Yeah, it must felt like you'd rehearsed, but in fact you'd just been playing on stage.
That's it. You know. Yeah.
So it was Steve.
Yeah.
Greg
and Joe singing.
Nice.
So,
okay, cool. It works.
Yeah, no, he's on harmonica as well. Very good harp player. And yeah, like do some really sort of different songs, which is quite nice.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that because Dexter's needs that kind of vibe that Remedy has because it's got it's exactly the right room for it, nice and close, and as there is space for people to dance.
Yeah. And Remedy have played sort of high energy gigs before, you know, places where people
Stowe Blues was good. It was the first time I saw them.
Yeah.
That was about 2 years ago, actually.
Yeah.
No, it was really good.
No.
Yeah, Joe was a fantastic harmonica player.
Yeah, that's it. A real nice sort of sweet sort of sound. Never too much gain on it. Really nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, and my plan was to come see you on Sunday at the carnival. Right. But
it sounds like you were exhausted, Harley.
I was underneath my van for most of the day.
Did you run yourself over
again?
How do you do these stupid things, Harley? Oh no, it's coming right for me. Wait, let me get it. Oh, I've got to unlock the door. No, get out in front of it. No, oh no.
It's quite a challenge, but I've managed it. No, van failed its MOT, so I was underneath replacing bits left, right, and centre. Well, mostly just the left because the centre was fine. So yeah, it was all good. We have people trying to enter the room. So yeah, that was kind of my weekend really, leading up till today. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I feel like I haven't seen anywhere near as much music as was happening this weekend. What about you? We started this weekend much the same.
Yes, exactly. Well, I was playing with on stage with Meg. I actually got to do a little bit of an acoustic jam at the end with her. We did a bit of You Can Call Me Al.
Tune.
Yeah, with the Garfunkel, Mr. Garfunkel. But it was Paul Simon. Sorry, wasn't it? That one. I'm stupid. It was a Paul Simon song. But yeah, no. Rich and I got to play a little bit of the gypsy jazz stuff. Got to play a little bit of the rockabilly stuff. Got to play a bit of the blues. And it was quite nice and relaxed. You know, I didn't feel like I had to dress up and go full on rockabilly.
Yeah.
With that one because
it's the first time I'd seen the Pomp.
Yeah.
And
it's not even the full one because Murray wasn't there.
True.
So yeah, usually there's 3 of us and there's 2 very kind of train-like guitar rhythms going along with that.
Of course, yeah.
And that Django Reinhardt kind of thing going along. But yeah, no, it was just great to be able to play a gig, but also see musicians at the same time. Because often you will get that at festivals and things, but it's spaced out over a long day, you know. So like we had at Ratitude on Saturday, which was great. Because I went up very early on Saturday. I say very early, it's early for a musician, which is 12 o'clock. And that just so because Impilo were opening up the day at 1 o'clock. And it was fantastic field. It was Bell's Green, I think it was called.
Okay.
And in the middle of Rattlesden, just sort of just between Bury and Stone Market. And there were some really good bands. Daniel Harvey, who was putting on the bands for Grand Old Duke of York before that place closed down. But he also used to work at the Stone Market Museum, where they put Stowe Blues on. And Katie, who worked there, was the one that was putting on Ratitude and was organising everything. And it worked really, really well because of just the difference of bands playing. So at the first time I'd seen Albion Mills on Saturday, and they blew my mind completely, because you see so many people doing the Doors covers, the Pink Floyd covers, the Beatles covers, and the Moody Blues, but they played all of those. But not only did they, so they could sing like David Gilmour and also sing like Jim Morrison, but they had these fantastic pedals on the guitar, which had this, it made it sound like a Hammond or made it sound like a violin section, so they could play, Nights in White Satin properly.
Sweet.
And I'm sitting there while they did Time from Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd song, and he just had this solo. Wow, wow, wow. I'm air guitaring right now. Wow, 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 wow. And I'm sitting there just like closing my eyes, and I'm there and I'm watching Pink Floyd. I was blown away. They were fantastic.
It's nice when you go, like, when you just get the guitar sound you want, when you think, when you're playing around with pedals and when you're trying to get like that sweet spot in the gain, and you get there and you're just like,
there it is. That's what sound. That's the tune that I've been looking for. The tune. So I think we're back on track, aren't we, Harley?
We are back on track.
We're back on track because we have a Polly Haynes track that we can show you, which she played with Meg Burrows last Friday, huh?
Yes. Right. Let's give that some listens.
Give it some listens. What's the song?
The song is called "I'm Fine."
Oh, right.
So
I feel like that's going to be a sarcasm.
It might be, yes. And Polly Haynes, she's on Facebook, and she's on Spotify as well. So if you like what you hear, there's plenty more out there to listen to. Loads of live sessions of her on YouTube as well. So
lovely. Enjoy, guys. Enjoy.
Stop the podcast. I'm ever so sorry to interrupt your listening, ladies and gentlemen, but if you would like to hear any of this music or any of the music we play on the live radio show, make sure you head over to mixcloud.com/IO Radio UK. That's where you can hear the live, unedited, full chat with music. Alternatively, all the artists that we've spoken about today, you can check in the comments below or in the show notes, where we have links to all the artists that we try and mention. There might be some we forget occasionally because we do talk a lot, so you can always contact us and we'll find you some links of their wonderful, wonderful music. Apologies, we're now going to talk about the music that we've just played. Hopefully it'll make sense. Pretend you've heard a song, I'm sure it'll be fine. It will go like this. Do 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 do. There you go.
That was nice. Can I? I'm going to shut up now.
That's beautiful. Should we turn the fan off?
Oh yeah, I'll turn it off, mate.
I don't know if you guys like the noise in the background.
Go on, keep talking, brother.
But yes, that was a really good song.
Completely different to what she was playing like on the waterfront. St. Peter's, sorry.
Yeah, no, I know she did play
solo.
First time I saw her, she was playing with a band. And this must have been 2015, 2014.
All right, yeah.
They opened up the Town 102.
Tell what a Stewie stage.
Yeah, the Town 102 stage.
Yeah.
At Ipswich Music Day. Yeah. And played to very few people because it was absolutely...
Tipping it down, was it?
Yes, tipping it down.
Same day that I was playing, because we opened up the Grapevine stage and we were in a tent that time, so we were lucky on that one.
Yes.
But yeah. Well, speaking of raining, because yesterday, lucky thing you didn't come down the Felixstowe Carnival because it was tipping it down.
It was.
But we missed the rain, thankfully. But we didn't miss the mud. The mud started collecting around the front, and there were people, body slamming and sliding along like a football celebration in front of the stage. It was fantastic. But it was a really special show yesterday. I was really quite quite taken aback. I thought it was going to be pretty dry. I mean, just because, when you know something's been raining all day, people are just like miserable. But no, as I said over the mic on the day, you just can't, there's something about it. You just can't stop people hanging out in a field listening to music. That's just, they love it. We love it.
Yeah, man.
Why do we love it so much? Just tweet in. Why do we love going into fields and listening to music with loads of other people around? That's at Harley C on Twitter, right?
Yes.
Yeah, at Harley C. Tweet in. Why do we like it so much?
Why do we like getting soaking wet, muddy,
and still be smiling?
Still be smiling and watching loads of great music. I think the great music is probably a leading factor, but I feel.
I took a little bit from Foo Fighters' set on Glastonbury because when I got to see them, that was really quite special. Because when they were during doing the Best of You, he stopped the music and everybody was just singing that
Nice.
I did the same thing on Run Around Sue by Dion and the Belmonts. Because there's that bit right, and I just got Hicks playing the hi-hat.
Yeah.
And Murray wasn't playing anything, I wasn't playing anything, and it was just a crowd just singing, right? And it was incredible because just everybody was just there and in time and singing with each other, and it was just like watching it. It was just like getting my own show. That was really cool.
Nice. I love doing stuff like that, and I love it when I'm playing in bands where sort of they do stuff like that. But I've had it a few times where I've played at venues and events where you've not got a band before you, or you haven't got a warm-up so you're going on as the first part of entertainment, and they try and get the crowd to sing along on the first song, and
come on everybody, cicadas in the background.
No, you got to warm them up before you get them involved,
and
before they want to get involved.
A bit of foreplay.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'd like to do a little bit of plugging in this weekend, if you don't mind, Harley.
I think we should push for this weekend.
Yeah, because we do have the fantastic Swanfest in Ipswich this weekend, which I'm really looking forward to because we've got some fantastic acts. The first act that I am excited about.
Yes, I'm also very excited about them as well because this band I saw at Mayday this festival this year.
Yep.
And if you go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Harley Cotton. I did a video blogging all about Mayday Festival. I also did one about Ipswich Music Day, basically just celebrating what an awesome day they are for just local music and just great events. And as I got there, Gaffa Tape Sandy were there doing a set, and
there was this song, right? Because they actually, Gaffa Tape Sandy were also playing Glastonbury when we were playing Glastonbury.
Oh, do you play Glastonbury?
Oh, did you not know?
No, you haven't mentioned it yet today.
I haven't mentioned that we played Glastonbury. Oh, no, today. I mean, well, I mentioned it before we were on air, but, just double checking that you heard that we played Glastonbury. Sorry. Anyway, but no, they were playing the John Peel stage the same time that we were playing, so I didn't get to catch them, but it was really cool to know that they were there. I mean, I don't know how long these guys have been going for. I don't think it's been that long in the grand scheme of things. They've all been in different bands separately that have all been successful and good. I think that's going to be an incredible set for Swanfest. It's a well chosen band for that. But let's go straight into the next band. We're actually playing right after these guys this Friday at the Swan in Ipswich. If you can make it down, you will not be disappointed. This next band are called Super Glue. They played Latitude. They've played all over the place.
Have they got new stuff coming out?
I hope so. I don't know, actually, to be honest. But, I reckon they'll be touring some new stuff at the moment because there's a huge buzz about Super Glue.
Yeah. No,
they've been for a while now.
I've seen them on a lot of posters coming into the shop, and they're doing a lot of stuff all around. And,
but we love them down in Ipswich. I mean, we constantly keep on having them back, and I think they'll constantly be getting gigs here until they get sick of us.
Please don't get sick of us.
Please don't get sick of us. We like you. Yeah. Let's talk a bit about Swanfest then, Harley, shall we?
So we've got
those three acts. So we've got Animal Noise as well.
Okay.
Animal Noise are a fantastic group. I've got a little list of all the acts playing up on here, which I'm really excited about.
Getting out his mighty list.
Getting out my mighty list. But yeah, it's just such an eclectic mix of music at Swanfest every single year, and this is actually their 10th anniversary. 10 years of Swanfest, which is pretty amazing. So it just shows how much, we love our live music here in Ipswich. We really do. So we've got Tundra, who are playing Friday, and they played here at the Smokehouse last week. Got To The Nines, which is a bit of UK hardcore stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Ghosts of Men, which will be really good. This is all Friday. War Waves, Pet Needs, Super Glue, and from 11 o'clock, we've got JS and the Lockabillys.
Hey.
That's just me. But so then we've got on Saturday we have 2 stages, which is pretty crazy because we've got an inside stage and an outside stage.
I was going to say, it's not a massive place.
Right, yeah. So it's outside. We've got Dominic Daniels, Adrian Day from the Blues Jam.
Oh yeah, of course.
Kyle Ty as well. We've got Bert, who's a fantastic guitarist, again from France.
Nice.
Got Bieber, good old Carl, good old Mr. Carl Best. Ellie Tree, who was also had an album launch here at Smokehouse.
Yeah.
Big Joe Bone, Lung and Cheek, Paris Robbo, Native James, who's fantastic, and Rai Shabby, who I put on here at the Smokehouse. So if you can make it down to that set, you will not be disappointed. Then inside on Saturday, we've also got Sunscream, Me and the Moon, Thick as Thieves, lovely blokes.
Yep.
Hot Tramp.
Hey.
Yeah, no, you're going to enjoy that. Franco Phrase, which is a huge good time. Franco Phrase sets. He's got a real good rapport with the audience. Franco Phrase, you'll like that. Gaffa Tape Sandy, who we've just played.
Hey.
Animal Noise, who I wanted to play for you guys, but we're running out of time, I'm afraid. And then we'll have Swan DJs going on until 2 a.m. And then Sunday, we've got just the one stage. No, actually, we've got an inside stage as well. So outside stage, we've got Jack Rondell, Swan mainstay, Sons of Joy, Seth, Dead Rat Orchestra, Ichi, who I'd like to play at the end here for you, and Beard Effects, who was there at Meg Burrows' event as well. And it was really good to see him just, when he's not on stage, because he plays some really nice kind of massive attack, Portishead, but a bit of sort of, kind of mandala jams. That's all I can think of to describe it. So then inside, we've got Polly Preacher, who played last year. She had a fantastic track on the EP, which I hope You Give Me the Creeps, it was called. Which I hope she's got another one on the CD this year. Again, another free CD you get when you go.
Free CD.
You get a free CD when you get to Swanfest.
Wow. And how much?
Free entry, free CD. Right.
That's incredible.
Yeah, you can't not go. Last year they had about 3,000 people going through over the weekend.
They're going to run out of CDs.
Right, yeah. No, they didn't run out of CDs from last year, but I think you have to go and ask for them. It's not sort of like you just go through the door and somebody gives you a CD. It's like you get sort of either pre-selected or you go up and say, please, can I have it? And then they'll give you one. Wonderful. So we've got Polly Preacher, we've got John Callahan, we've got the fantastic Bessie Turner,
who
was also fresh from Latitude this year, and there's a huge buzz about Bessie. If you get to see her in a very nice, intimate setting like the Swan, you will not regret that, because when she's suddenly huge, you'll be like, oh, I saw her there, when things were really going up. Special guest Dingus Khan. Dingus Khan are going to be playing. And to hopefully to finish it off outside at 10:30 on Sunday night is going to be Fish Claw,
sweet,
right? Which will be a fantastic sort of closing for the weekend. And I'm sure the staff and Steve and Amy and Scott are all going to be absolutely knackered by the end of that. The clean up last year was crazy.
They're a really good team at this one as well.
They really
I mean, like I say, from as mentioned, going to the Blues Jam there last week, they've turned that round from what it was at the Green Rat. It was struggling to get numbers from time to time. They made some changes to sort of how it runs, but it's still essentially the same jam.
Thing. Yeah, it's still the same thing.
But we're getting
younger people coming along though.
Yeah,
we've got younger people coming along, which really, really helps. And it just helps to just spread that musicality around Ipswich, which is what we want.
The Swan's got that atmosphere that is a lot more. It's quite welcoming. Like I say, you got a lot of young people, but there's a lot of old timers there as well. And they
all love their music.
And there's no separation. You got young guys with old guys teaching each other tricks and stuff here and there, having conversations about music on a completely same level environment.
All the bar staff, there's nobody that I've met there that has ever turned their nose up at any of the music that they've been listening to. It may not be something that they would, just buy if they were out in a record store, but they'll simply be like, all right, maybe now I will. They've always got an open mind. And Vanya works there as well from Motherfunker.
Yeah, I didn't realise she worked there until Thursday.
Yeah, you're like, hey!
I saw her because I walked in and she was playing. I think you were playing with her as well.
Yes, she came up and she sang. She was a singing barmaid that night. It was fantastic.
And I went to the bar and she finished her set and walked around the bar. I went, what? Oh, okay. Is this the new format of Blues Jam?
Yeah.
If you want to play, you have to pour someone else a drink.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty good, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But everybody would be playing really badly because they'd just be really drunk. That would be a problem.
It would.
Really well.
It could go well.
Everybody's
it could go
drunk
well
at the same time, right?
Cool.
So what you got coming up this weekend?
So
then,
I've
Harley?
got just the one gig this weekend. Me with Oddball and the Shifty Twins
B.
are playing at the Cork,
Hey.
which is one of my favourite
What
gigs.
time are you playing?
We probably won't get started till about 10, half 10.
That's a good idea. With the Cork, that is a good idea.
It's such a unique venue because you will be playing to no one if you start at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I know people have made that mistake and they finish their set at 11:30 and then everybody turns up.
Yep.
Because the way the traffic of Felixstowe goes, that you will, at 11:30, that pub fills up. Especially on a weekend, sort of last weekend of the month, after the school has broken up. So you've got a lot of university students who come back home for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a busy night, but it's not going to be busy until about 11, half past.
And I've never been in there really before that time
No,
anyway.
no,
Because when places like the Grosvenor shut, and,
That's it.
and the Alex and the Fludgers kind of stop, then that's when everybody goes down to the Cork.
Everyone goes down to this one. It's the only pub that is open, really.
What kind of tracks are you going to be playing then, Harley?
So we'll be doing a lot of... what we tend to do with Oddball is we play a lot of the classic songs,
Nice.
or classic artists, but the less obvious songs.
Okay, cool. Oddballs.
Yeah. For example, we it's such a band cliche to play Sex on Fire by Kings of Leon. So instead we play Molly's Chamber by Kings of Leon and stuff like that. All songs that people still know, but people go, oh yeah, I haven't heard that in a while. And they'll sing along by the second chorus, once they remember how it goes or whatever.
Of course, yeah.
We still do some more sort of classic ones that everyone knows. We do, some White Stripes and their more popular songs and stuff like that. But it's just nice to do stuff that's interesting to us, because I'm sure anybody who plays in a function band or does any form of sort of special events band, you will get so bored of playing the same songs.
Tracks, exactly the same tracks. No, that's exactly right, man. It's very difficult to do that. Because you'll just end up just hating songs that you loved when you were a kid. So what we're going to do, Harley, then we're going to talk a little bit more about what we're doing this weekend and then play them out with an Ichi track.
Yeah, no, that sounds good to me. Well, I mean, that's for me. I'm definitely going to try and get along to Swanfest.
Yeah, please do, man. I think you'll really enjoy it. And the fact that we have been given the opportunity to headline the Friday night, especially after there are such great bands such as Gaffa Tape Sandy and Super Glue playing, I couldn't be more thankful. So yeah, thanks to everybody that's putting on Swanfest for putting this on. My fantastic find from last year. That's it. There's a new section. Your fantastic find. There we go. There was the new jingle.
In stereo.
In stereo. It's great. This was Ichi, but this is all one guy from Japan who is coming down to Swanfest, especially from
all
Japan.
This way. Wow.
Yeah, doesn't speak any English. And it's just got an incredible groove. So we're going to play you out on this one, guys. Thank you so much for listening this week.
Yes, thank you very much. Everybody who listened to it, who's been listening live, thank you very much. This will be, of course, available in podcast form.
Yes.
At soundcloud.com/Harley and Josh Show.
There we go. That's soundcloud.com/Harley and Josh Show. Please check it out.
Yeah, and if you have any songs to suggest, if you want a promotion for your own band or any shows you've got coming up,
guys.
Yeah, you can email us at harleyandjoshshow@gmail.com. So,
or also tweet at Harley C or at Lockabillies, and we will play your tracks.
You're so much better at Twitter than I am. I can't even remember my Twitter tag. So
because I just tweet about too much just in daily life. Let's play some music, Harley, and get out of their hair, shall we?
Wonderful. Thank you very much, guys, for listening.
Yeah.
See you next week. We apologise for that. That's not how it's supposed to sound.
That's been slowed down about 1 million times by some weird digital demon. So yeah, all right. If you want to hear Ichi, you want to make sure you get on his iTunes. ICHI. It doesn't sound anything like you just heard just then.
We'll have to make sure we can get it done properly, and we'll play it next week.
All right.
Yes, we'll see you guys next week.
Love you.
Bye. It's the Harley and Josh Show. Yeah.